Hi guys, welcome back to Camera Rolling, Take 10 Action. My name is Connie and we are back with Eileen.
Again!
Yeah, so today we will continue talking about the movie A Star is Born. And first of all, we're going to start off with...
We're going to start off with three major points that we don't like about the film. And the first thing is that we couldn't really find a clear center message in this film. And the second thing we're going to talk about is about the cinematography and the editing of the film. And the last one was brought up by Connie, which is about the unnecessary nudity of Ellie in the movie.
Yeah. So first of all, for every single movie, there should be a strong center message that it wants to convey and deliver to its audience. However, in The Star is Born, we just couldn't really find one. And even after looking through online and seeing people's comments about the movie, some say
music is a powerful story.
Yeah, we think that makes sense, but it's not strong enough to be the centerpiece of the entire movie. So for us, the movie really lacks a strong message that it wants to deliver to its audience. Yeah.
So the next thing we're going to talk about is the cinematography and the editing of the film. So personally, one thing that I felt very uncomfortable while watching the movie is that the camera was pretty shaky, and it's a 2-hour movie, so when we're trying to follow the character's perspective through the camera, it kind of made the audience feel dizzy and kind of made us feel very tired when we're trying to follow the story and the characters. And also the editing, because in the first part of the movie, it's kind of like a narration, so the pace, the tempo was very slow, but at the end of the movie, it kind of made me feel like they're rushing to the end, so it's not really giving the audience some background idea and some mental transition of the character. And the scene that we particularly didn't like was the suicide scene in the garage. The first thing we didn't like is the frame and the way that Jack committed suicide. It kind of came like a sudden incident without any traces, but personally I'm not sure. Maybe that's one of the measures that they're trying to make the audience feel shocked. But I personally didn't think that it's a good delivery of the reason why Jack wanted to commit suicide. And it didn't really show Jack's mental suffer from alcohol abuse
and substance abuse. So overall, the movie's just very inconsistent regarding the pace and also the storytelling. So now that we've mentioned directing, one of the parts that I didn't find well directed was there was a scene, if you guys remember the film, there was a scene where Allie and Jack were arguing in the bathroom, and later Allie appears to be naked when she came out of the bathtub. But for me, in every single movie, if there's nudity, I think there's supposed to be a message, or like it's supposed to mean something. But at that point in the movie, I just don't think it was suitable for Allie to be naked or even just bareback in front of the audience. So I didn't really think the movie was well directed because it misused some of the very common symbolisms in movies and confused the audience in a way by adding these methods into the film.
Okay, so the last point that we're going to bring up today about the things that we dislike about the film is patriarchy. So patriarchy is?
Patriarchy, for instance, is when a situation in which a man's opinion matters more than a woman, or a situation in which the man has more rights than the women. Yeah, these are some examples of some instances where patriarchy happens.
In the film, we can see the relationship between Jackson and Allie is actually not balanced. So the idea of men making women who they are and what they are is what I dislike the most about the film. In the movie, we can see the relationship between Jackson and Allie is actually imbalanced. So, for example, when Jackson first got impressed by Allie's work, he asked Allie to perform on stage with him. And actually, at first, Allie refused to do that, but what Jackson said was that no matter you're coming on stage with me or not, I'm going to play your songs anyway. So that's part of the reason what drove Allie to decide to joined him halfway on stage because she couldn't stand seeing her songs, her works played by other person without her participation. And the other scene is when Jackson was proposing to Allie. Actually, Allie hasn't figured out whether she really wanted to marry this guy or not. But Jackson proposed to Allie in public, so it kind of put Allie into a situation that she cannot say no. So we think there are a lot of examples like this in the film, which we find in patriarchy.
And also another thing we notice about patriarchy is that the manager, Allie's manager, told her that she needs to dress up, she needs to become another person in order to become popular, in order to be liked, whereas Allie actually just wanted to sing her own songs and write her own music, but the manager just said no because that's not going to make her anything, and she's going nowhere by her plain looks or being her true self. Yeah, and that's something we find very problematic as well.
So actually in the film we can barely see Allie making decision for herself.
Yeah, she never gets to take the initiative to tell people what she wants to do or have anyone respect what she wants to do.
Yeah.
So that's the end of our video today, but before we go, we have 2 discussion questions for you guys.
Yes, the first question is, among the things we didn't like about the film, which was the part we couldn't accept the most? And second question?
The second question is, have you ever seen A Star is Born? Did you like it? What do you like or dislike about it? So tell us your answers down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!